Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Alicia,
My name is Michelle.
and we would like to thank you all for joining us in our mediation session this evening. To begin, we would like to ask what names both parties would like to be called.
Right. John?
Okay, great. It's very nice to meet you, Michael. I must ask, has either party been in mediation before?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I'm in mediation.
Wonderful. But I'm still going to go over the rules and regulations for tonight's mediation so that both parties are on the same page.
Sounds good.
First things first, this mediation is just that. It's a mediation, and if at any point either party feels that there's no coming to a conclusion, we do not have to go any further with this mediation process, and therefore we can come to an end of this mediation. Okay? Whatever's discussed within this mediation room must stay here and is strictly confidential. Any new or old information discussed may not be used against the other party in order to file a lawsuit or retaliation of any kind. I will not serve as a witness, and neither will Michelle in either party if you guys decide to go ahead with the trial or a court date. If this mediation becomes too much, we can always stop and take a break at any time, and both parties are allowed a caucus to ensure that they get their thoughts out in a calm manner. Anybody know what a caucus is? You guys are aware?
No, I'm not sure what caucus.
If you're not sure what a caucus is, it is one session with just you and I, or you and Michelle, whichever you prefer. Without the other party, if you'd like to discuss any matter that you do not wish to discuss with the other party tonight. You understand? So we would like to ask the party who wants the mediation to go first.
I call mediation. Well, I was raised by my grandmother. She lives in Houston, Texas. She took care of me after I moved, after my mom went to jail. So basically, she raised me, and then I got a great job in New York. After that, I haven't seen her in 3 years. So I got a call from my brother. I apologize, my cousin, and saying that she was sick and dying. So, shocked and devastated, I got a ticket on the airline, $1,500, which is half my bank account. It's not cheap to live in New York City. I arrived at the airport on time. I found out that the flight was bumped. They kicked me off the flight. And I booked another one the next day, went down, I was too late. My grandmother had passed away. Now, I did some research and I figured out that Swift Airlines didn't just bump me off the flight because it was packed. They gave my seat to a celebrity. So, them booking my flight now caused me to miss my grandmother's last words. She died and I get to see her because they bumped my flight. And no money can bring my grandmother back. But I want to teach them a lesson. That it's not regularly good.
Well, I've been brought forward to this mediation by Mike because we were told that a customer had been planning on suing us for the purpose of a lot of controversy. There's big issues going on with our airlines right now for bump flights and similar situation that he's in. As of right now, we are taking a lot of heat because of that current situation, where there's a big deal where a lot of regular customers are being bumped out of flights in replacement of celebrities. I am pretty much in charge of dealing with those kind of customers. I'm the Deputy Chief of Customer Service Officer. So I deal with these complaints every day, any kind of issues with the airlines, similar to what situation we have right now. So I came, I was invited, I was told it's a customer complaint situation similar to what's been going on in the news, and I made sure I wanted to take care of this before it gets even more exposed in the news and pretty much kind of taint what we're really about. which is we're pretty much prioritizing our customer service and making sure that every customer gets treated fairly. Um, Therefore, I just want to make sure that leaving out this mediation today, we got to take care of Mike. I wasn't aware of his grandmother passing away, which I'm deeply saddened about. And it's just that this whole situation about bump flights is something we're currently working on, planning on changing, and hoping going forward, something like this doesn't happen again. So I wasn't aware. I didn't know the situation this was going on, and I'm deeply saddened, and I do apologize on behalf of Surf Airlines, myself, that he wasn't able to see his grandmother.
I understand that you both feel some sort of sympathy for losing your grandmother, unfortunately, and you for sympathizing on the fact that he wasn't able to see his grandmother due to the fact that of the airline situation. So, what is it that you want to get in return for
I feel as if $15,000, 10 times the cost of my flight. I want $1,500 back that I paid. I want free airline tickets for life. I want a public apology so that others would know what this airline did to me. And I want to change the company policy because it's not right what they're doing.
John?
I pretty much want to make sure that on behalf of my airline and Swift, we can get the situation resolved in a manner where Mike is okay with. I can definitely offer some kind of compensation. I understand what he's been going through, and in those regards, I can definitely at least $10,000 is something I feel like we can compensate you back. For the whole inconvenience, your troubles, your loss. I know money isn't going to really resolve anything when I get your grandmother back, but $10,000, something I'm willing to settle for. If Mike's okay with that. I know you also asked for an apology. I can definitely get my CEO, so you can hear from him directly, apologizing for the mishap that has been going on. And I understand that he wasn't able to make his flight. Probably also refund your flight money for that first time that you did. For when you did actually travel. I can definitely at least settle for that as well. Because it wasn't fair to you that something like that did occur. Like I said, the policy is something we're working on, and just hearing your situation is something I can make an effect immediately. I will not pretty much make sure nobody else goes through something like that again.
Mike? John is basically trying to find a little compromise where you guys can come to an agreement with. Are you okay with what he's trying to say with the $10,000 refund, the flight refund, and an apology from the CEO? How do you feel about that?
It won't bring my grandmother back. That's how I feel. I feel like they're sort of just giving me the boot. They just don't want me to go further or embarrass them this whole way. I guess I feel like that's what they're trying to do.
John, Mike feels as if this isn't money-wise. This is something personal to him. He feels like very sentimental for his grandmother. Like he didn't get a chance to say goodbye to her like that. Is there anything you want to say to Mike?
I'm not in his position to and I know money cannot bring your grandmother back, and I understand how he feels, and I would be just as miserable and just as hurt as well. On behalf, like I said, going forward, I will guarantee that this policy does change, so nobody else can go through what you've gone through. And I mean, I understand that um, this is not something that's personal. Um, you know, I'm here just coming out of my way to represent the company, but besides that, there's certain things that I can do, but personally, in my power, the most that I can offer him is $10,000. Also a flight anywhere he would like to travel, anywhere, in those regards. But personally, myself, I deeply feel saddened about as well. It's nothing personal. As far as me, I go, it's nothing personal at all.
John, correct me if I'm wrong, but Mike, well, what John is trying to say is that he sympathizes with you. He was very sad about the loss of your grandmother. He tried to best to accommodate you as well. If the airline is gonna apologize, they said that you're gonna get an apology from the CEO privately. How do you think about that?
I feel that's cool, but I feel like I should at least have maybe 10 flights, or a good enough, like 10 free flights, so I can at least go see my grandmother, once in a while. Because, I can't afford to pay for flights. So, they're an airline, they should be able to hook me up with some free flights.
So John, Mike feels that he should get at least more than that one flight that you offer. So is there any compromise? Is it a one flight, maybe it was 5?
I mean, as long as I just want to ensure that whatever goes on here, remains confidential. Like I said, I'm trying to do the best that I can to make sure that we can get even close to making up to this. I can offer that free round trip. Probably being that we are pretty much, I hold a very high position in Swift Airlines, then I can possibly settle for 5 flights.
From what John just said, 10 is a little too much apparently for the airline. They can't do that much flights. But 5, he's going to compromise with 5. How do you feel? Are you okay with that?
I feel like 5 is fine.
And I remember you saying that you wanted a full refund of your money.
Yes, I definitely want my $1,500 back, and I understand you can only offer 10,000, but you got to make it at least 11.5. So I get my money back plus the full compensation.
John, Mike was wondering if you can get him instead of a $10,000 refund, a 15, or 1,500.
Well, I already guaranteed I can get him his refund. I can, like I said, as far as I can go is $10,000. I mean, I know this is personal to you, and I understand that. I'm in a situation myself right now, being that this is mediation, and then also confidentiality, something that remains in here. I'm in a position where my boss he pretty much told me straight up, if I can't settle for no more than $10,000, nothing less than 10 being the highest, I'm at risk of losing my position. So it's nothing that I don't want to do myself, because it's not based on my decision, but at the end of the day is, I'm not trying to be selfish or anything, but I'm also at a risk right now as well. And I'm only trying to do as much as I can for people out there just like myself. But the most that I can do is $10,000. Like I said, I'm really going out my way getting you those extra flights. I just need to make sure that this stays confidential, doesn't go outside of this, outside of here, make it more public than this. At the end of the day, this is really reflecting on myself and my job, my position as well. So
Like, so when John said, his job is also in jeopardy along with, if he doesn't come to a compromise there, and be a chance of promoting him. Correct me if I'm wrong.
compromise with $10,000. I might lose my position.
I understand where you're coming from, and I know it's hard to lose your job or being at risk of losing your job. I know you probably live in, a high-class area, probably have a good position. So I'm willing to agree to confidentiality. I'm willing to agree to $10,000, but I want a letter signed by the CEO stating that the company policy will change, and this will not happen to anyone else. So I don't think it's right that people don't get to see or run into certain circumstances like mine. I wouldn't want that to happen to anyone else. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's all I want.
Ensure the CEO's direct communication towards the whole situation. A letter that's not a problem. I would explain to him your situation. Sometimes you don't get to hear from the customer directly what's going on, what's their situation. So I would definitely pass this on to the CEO. Make sure you do get your apology. Make sure you understand what's going on. And I appreciate that you do understand where I'm coming from as well.
So you guys both agree with the terms that we were talking about?
Yes.
So the terms would be 5 free rounds of round trips, the $10,000, the refund on the flight also as well, and
Direct communication.
Yes, I agree.
So I want to thank you both for coming to mediation today. Thank you for resolving your dispute in a timely manner. And we're done here. It's still recording.
Yeah, I think she said it's that little. No,
Yeah.
she did.